this is how you get out of debt. Let's just say you have debt of like $10,000 and you're trying to pay this off. And you get another job and you sell a bunch of stuff and your goal is in 6 months I want to pay off my debt. And you feel like you have movement because you're like always working, you're always hustling, you never have time to chill or relax or anything or hobbies and whatnot. But your debt, after a couple of months, you're like, okay, I don't understand. Like I'm still at the same debt. How come it feels like I'm moving, but nothing's actually getting paid off? So let's just say this person, their goal is to pay this off in 6 months, and they check after 3 months and this is where they're at. It still has not been, and nothing has been paid off. And they like don't understand, like, where is my money going? Okay, the problem that this person has is, if you look at this as like speed, like they have a lot of speed. Speed is movement. Speed is motion. But what this person does not have is that they don't have velocity. So what is velocity? Velocity is speed plus direction, which results in a change in position. So if you use these concepts for manifestation, this person does not have a change in position, because in the example that I gave in the beginning, like this person has been trying to make all this money, but after 3 months, like nothing has been shipped off. So they do not have a change in position after these 3 months. They're going from here and they're trying to get here. And in 3 months, you would think they're like kind of here, but they're actually over here because they do not have direction. The things that they're doing in their life is not precisely helping them to go towards a certain direction. And the way you know that if the person is actually going towards a certain direction is that they have momentum. And momentum is when you actually have results. So momentum is velocity and mass. So velocity is what we were saying before. It's like speed and direction. And momentum is velocity plus mass. And mass is certainty and quick decisions. So if this person actually was going towards their direction and actually changing positions, then they can get to their actual results, which is their which means that they have momentum. So you have to look at like, okay, what is happening in my life? Like, I'm making all this money. Am I actually putting the money towards the direction that I'm going? Like, am I actually putting the money in like a savings account? Or like, is the money actually like, if this money is going towards like eating out all the time, or like the next latest coolest trendy thing, or you're always like on some shopping app, or maybe you have a good heart and you're trying to help people, and so you have to like track and see where your money is going. And if it's not going in that certain area, that means you do not have velocity. You're actually like either at zero or you're going negative. Like because if so, the result of this, and this is the thing with manifestation, like a lot of times people think manifestation is like, I'm just gonna sit here and like meditate and like wait for the thing to come to me. And how do I measure this? So you can measure your manifestation, and this is how you measure your manifestation, is to see in the beginning you're at a certain reality, and then you have your desired reality, and you want to see how fast am I getting to my desired reality. And so if you do not have velocity and you're not actually putting the money into something that's actually going to go towards the direction, which in this example is to pay off your debt, then there's your problem, right? And so the other thing is that to actually pay off the debt, we talked about speed, we talked about velocity, you actually need momentum. And momentum is velocity plus mass. And when you look at mass, when it comes to manifestation, mass is certainty and quick decisions. So when somebody asks you out and you're like, hey, like, do you want to go out and do this thing and spend like $300, and it's going to be like $300, right? But you have certainty and quick decisions where you're like, hey, maybe I can't afford this right now because I am certain that I actually want to get to my actual desired reality, which is to pay off my debt of $10,000 in 6 months. So that means you have to make these certain decisions and quick decisions. So this is another thing why like sometimes our energy system is like siphoned, because we're like hesitating, or we're like we doubt ourselves, or we're comparing ourselves to other people. That's actually like decreasing your momentum, because you want to go from here to over here. But if you're like, okay, I'm not going to spend this $300-400, I'm actually going to put it in like my savings account, and like if my friends are really my friends, like we can do something else chill, right? Like it doesn't always have to be about money. And maybe it's your own desire. Maybe you're like, oh, I actually want to experience this thing. And so again, this is not shaming. This isn't like, oh, we like, if you desire to do something, I'm not shaming that. All I'm saying is like, maybe during this phase of your life, you're like, hey, I actually can't do that right now because I'm trying to get to my desired reality. And now I have mass. Now I have certainty, and now I can make decisions quickly. So it's like, this is your goal. And if these things are distracting it and you're not going to go towards this, then you're going to go away from it. That's also negative velocity. If you're going towards something, that's positive velocity, because it's a direction. If you're doing things away from it, it's negative velocity. So when you can really see kind of the patterns of your behavior, you can like put this into this sort of like equation, and you can figure out like, hey, how fast am I actually going to reach my goals? So I hope that helped. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Bye.